Hey, what's up guys? John here from Purkey's Personal Training, and today's video is going to be about the difference between hypertrophy training and strength training. So there are two different things when you're approaching your workouts and how you're structuring your workouts. So last video was on HIIT versus steady pace cardio. So this is going to go more into the lifting aspect and hypertrophy training versus strength training, and what are some of the differences, some of the pros and cons, the definitions, and all the little ins and outs. So let's get right into it. So hypertrophy training, what is hypertrophy? A lot of you probably have never heard of hypertrophy. It's only really a word that's kind of thrown around in the fitness community. You know, if you're not really big in the fitness community or pay a lot of attention to specific fitness things, you may have never heard of hypertrophy. But what it is basically making the muscle bigger. Okay, so some people want to train and make their muscles bigger. Some people want to train and just get stronger. Okay, so one of the main differences in hypertrophy versus strength training is hypertrophy has a different rep range than strength training traditionally. So when I talk about rep range, I mean, like, if you're going to do a set, say, of bench press, and you're going for hypertrophy, you want to stay between 8 to 12 reps. So that's your rep range. So you could do a set of 8, do a set of 10, or do a set of 12. So you definitely want to stay between that rep range, because that rep range scientifically is proven to produce more hypertrophy or push more blood into the muscles, which then makes that muscle bigger in size. So now, on the flip side, if I were to do strength training for a bench press, I'm just using that as an example, I would want to stick between the 1 to 5 or 1 to 6 rep range. So maybe I could do a set, like 3 sets of 5, or 3 sets of 3, or I could do my first set of 5, first set of 3, and then max out on my last set of just do 1. So that would be an example of a strength training structure and staying within that rep range. So strength training, obviously the goal is not to get bigger. Getting bigger can be a side effect, but the goal is to get stronger. And then also scientifically, when you stay within those rep ranges, you don't get as much hypertrophy, you get more strength building, especially as you go up in weight. So the rep range is a big one. So why would somebody want to do hypertrophy over strength training? Why would somebody want to do strength training over hypertrophy? So a lot of these two different training styles typically are split between bodybuilding and like powerlifting. Powerlifting is focused on, building your power, building your strength, lifting more weight. That, it's competitive. You want to lift more weight than the next person. So that is strength training. Bodybuilding, especially for men and women too, is getting the biggest muscles and then looking the best. It's more aesthetically pleasing, but having big muscles and shaped big muscles is part of bodybuilding. So bodybuilders typically strive for hypertrophy, which is, in between that 8 to 12 rep range typically. Now there's some anomalies out there, and there's some people that don't kind of follow this trend, and there's always exceptions to the rule, but the rule is bodybuilders typically shoot for hypertrophy, and powerlifters typically shoot for the strength training. So those are like the definitions of the two and the rep ranges. and the purpose and why you would want to do each. So I've done both in my life. There was a point in time when I was in high school, I did a lot of powerlifting type of structured workouts with like bench press, squat, deadlift, power clean, hang cleans, power snatches, and those are more like powerlifting type of stuff. And then as I got older, I transitioned more into hypertrophy training, which also builds strength. So also don't get it twisted. If you're doing hypertrophy training, you're gonna build strength. I mean, strength is a byproduct of hypertrophy training, but the way it translates in your body and the way it translates into how you look is gonna be a little different. So I hope that kind of cleared up some confusion or answered some questions about what hypertrophy training is as compared to just strength training. So the key is those rep ranges. So 1 to 5 or 1 to 6 is kind of the cutoff for the rep range for strength training, and then 8 to 12 is the rep range for hypertrophy training. So if you want to get bigger, if you're a skinny guy or even a skinny girl and you want to add muscle, I would suggest doing hypertrophy training. If you just want to get stronger, and you don't really care about getting bigger, then go for the strength training. So I hope that worked. I hope that cleared up some confusion, gave you guys some more clarity on the two. If you like this video, give me a like, subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting more content at least once a week on different fitness topics, and trying to bring you guys more informative fitness, health, and wellness content. I will link all of my social media links in the description. Follow me on Instagram at Purkey_fit, PURKEY_fit. Facebook at Purkey's Personal Training, LinkedIn at Jonathan Purkey, and then my website at PurkeysPersonalTraining.com. I hope you guys like this video, and have a great day. You guys get out there, get working out, and stay fit. All right, see ya.